Yeah.
I'm the only person who has taken a stool to the body and never shed a drop of blood in
I
this
would
place.
point out we're talking about bullies at Maniac, and I have never thrown a fist in this town.
You throw eyeballs.
I've never
You
thrown
They might
throw
roll out of my
shoulders.
head.
Yo, wait.
I've never thrown
Yo,
a fist.
hello, watch this. Oh, Seamus just punched me in the baby maker. When Seamus goes, oh, you might as well have kicked me in the...
It's that head turn with the eye roll.
See,
God forbid.
Excuse me?
God forbid I have expressive eyes.
Young drunk.
Dear John Cena, thank you for your Wheatley support. I'll miss you. I'll miss this podcast. I thought it was going to be me that was going to ruin it, but no. We have Seamus. What was it? Seamus just says a minute ago, he goes, I think I have a black eye. No, Seamus. For those who don't know who Seamus is,
Please keep this.
I'm going to call Seamus the bully of Main Street. How about that?
Oh, what?
Do you embrace that, Seamus?
I'm going to take it and run with it.
I knew you would. You're not the bully, but you take zero shit.
I'm kind of just stuck in a position where I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
Which is funny because you two have gone head to head, and that's but no, seriously.
And that's maybe the most he's ever had to go head to head with someone.
And you two, though.
Normally people just lay down.
But you were both willing to keep that door open because I try to stay out of it. But you're my daughter. Jesus God, I'm so sorry. And Seamus is Seamus. Jesus God, I'm so sorry. And that can be a difficult combo when you have two very headstrong people that get along very well. We have a circle. You guys have the BOM. We have our own circle. We have this big circle in Maniac that we talk about. And when I say bully, you're not the bully. But you take no shit, Seamus. I met you. God, I should have looked it up.
You know the date. I know the date. Because you used to, every time I would see you, you would have to come up to me and ask me, do I know the date that we met?
Do you know your anniversary date, Seamus?
Basically, I know it now because he reminded me literally every
What's the
single
date?
time. December 21st, industry night.
Oh, December 21st, 2020.
I can't believe I didn't know.
wasn't there.
We had Nick. You were somewhere.
I had finals.
We had Nick Vona as guest bartender.
Mm-hmm.
We had a bunch of live music. What was that girl? What was that crazy girl? Who, man?
Which one?
That the customer said, "Hey, Dolph Lundgren."
Oh,
I'll put her to sleep. What was her name?
Mandy.
Mandy. And so she sang. She goes, oh, I played her boyfriend's guitar.
Her and her boyfriend.
They were so boring. They had 8 songs prepared, and everyone's standing around going, hey, cool.
Can we be done now?
And then I go, hey, can I play a couple songs with it? And
And what did
who
you
was
do?
there? Derek? Oh, no. Who's our singer? Chris. Chris was there.
Chris was there.
Karaoke Chris.
Yes.
Fancher,
Circle
Chris
back there.
Fancher, love Chris Fancher. And all of a sudden he was doing harmonies with her, and we're playing, we're having so much fun. And I broke a string on his guitar, because that string had never been hit with enthusiasm.
Well, you broke
That's
the
one way to say
string
it.
on his guitar like you broke a toddler's favorite toy. The hissy fit ensues. There's tears. There's
So I'm not into
Soaking in
Lana
the
Del Rey. You
corner.
like Lana Del Rey?
I can go back and forth on it.
That's what they were into, and it's just laid back to me. It's not fun. It's not bouncing. It's not like
That's
we're in the car where we're going like this to the music. Just saying. And this is what they wanted to play out, but no one wants to hear
LaRocca
8 of those songs in a row.
at LaRocca.
No, but I remember these people
Play
because
Taylor Swift at least. Come
they
on.
were exactly. They were the same people that you told Piper to go up and sing with them.
Did I?
And she rolled her eyes the moment she had to give Piper the mic.
Mandy did. And again, this isn't a Mandy Bash thing.
She just didn't like to share.
Mm-mm.
She wasn't good at sharing.
And the boyfriend, when he was crazy. Yeah, I don't even know how he got into them. But man, that when she got knocked out, that was pretty crazy.
How did we get off?
Your brother was there, but so
Oh,
here
no,
we
no,
go.
no.
Industry
Yeah.
night, but that wasn't that night.
Well, no, meeting you industry.
Oh, no, she got
night
knocked
at
out a
Mandy's
different
wedding.
night.
I was gonna say
Oh,
she
no,
got
she
knocked
got-
out
She
different-
tried to shut the place down at 10:42.
Please.
A regular comes in, sits down at the bar, orders what she wants to order, and Mandy just thought she was going to shut it down and goes, sorry, Mr. S. Call. Kind of points at the doors. You watch the cameras. I'm like, let me turn the volume up. And you hear a couple words that end with itch, rich. I don't know. So Mandy goes and holds the door open for her, but doesn't get out of her road. They bump into each other. Mandy shoves her. The girl's fist bumps into Mandy's face. Mandy goes down. My son goes running out of the kitchen.
Okay.
You know, my little tiny son, who's 7'9", 360,000 pounds of
and
ear flapping muscles.
Arms as big as my head.
Yeah, my little baby boy.
Okay, so let's be clear. How does it get back to Steven and Caitlin that all of this is happening? Caitlin's in the middle of midterms, in bed, and all I get is a text that says, I guess you're not the biggest badass in LaRocca now. And all I can do is look at this picture where there's blood. And I said, well, I've never shed blood.
So
please.
So tonight's ladies' night, we'll get to that. Let's just stay on the same topic.
I'll take hits, but no blood.
So we had one night, we had a bartender upset, working actually.
Oh, God.
She got so upset, and luckily I had a friend who was willing to fill in for security. And I kind of forgotten about it until they reminded me a few weeks ago. And he goes, hey, do you remember that night I filled in for security? And I remembered that her boyfriend, who was like 3'4", threw a cup of ice. He stood on a chair and I think threw it at Terry, the owner of Young Chunk, and the studio. And Terry, for those who don't see Pretty Boy Terry's a pretty big boy himself. And he's just like he's a very mild-mannered, nice guy. And this little guy, he was an island boy before there were island boys. And it was just so funny. And I'm hearing all of this. I wasn't even there
that night.
But then we're talking about bullies of Main Street. She tried to be a bully.
Terry almost took a cup to the head that night.
No, let's fucking.
Who went outside to handle all of that, though? There's cups being
my
thrown.
hard ass. You?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Me.
No. You.
I'm the only person who has taken a stool to the body and never shed a drop of blood in that place.
I will point out, we're talking about bullies of Maniunk, and I have never thrown a fist in this town.
You throw eyeballs.
I've never thrown
They might roll out of my head.
Yeah, well,
I've never thrown a fist.
Hello, watch this. Oh, Seamus just punched me in the baby maker. When Seamus goes, oh, you might as well have kicked me in the...
It's that head turn with the eye roll.
God forbid. God forbid I have expressive eyes.
So hang on.
God forbid.
Expressive eyes.
God forbid.
Which is so funny. We became friends with Seamus, as we talked about, when Nick was guest bartending on Industry Night. And I just had a feeling, because everyone knows we don't have a subject when we come in here. Seamus and I, we were pre-gaming in the bar, started talking about the Phillies. I said, no, shut up. Let's talk about it on the podcast and this and that. So hypothetically, if I can remember people, and if you can remember people, and I love them, but I don't remember everything. Our very first guest on this podcast was Nick Vona. As it should have been to us, because Nick
was our original.
Right. But so fast forward, we've had Stephanie from Pet Friendly Dog Bakery. Love her. She's such an awesome woman. My favorite business on the street.
Mm-hmm.
We've had Chrissy Ertz from Ertz Realty, who is so smart and so community friendly, as they all are. We've had our Mecca, which was just last week or 2 weeks ago.
As Seamus likes to call her, Mama Mecca.
We've had Andrew.
She deserves to be called
Mama Mecca.
Yo, we've had Andrew. I don't want to say about May 3rd, but we had Andrew and Terry from the Haunted House.
I think they had us on as guests.
Dude,
they were not our guests.
And we
were their guests.
Because we were being ourselves. When we did that one part, when they went up to go to the bathroom, and I go, quick, shut the door, lock the door.
That's just
hey,
you and I.
How you doing? Blah, blah, cool. Good, now we're getting out of the road, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's end the podcast. Like, my friends actually got the funniness of speeding it up, and I don't hear anything from some of the other friends that we have going, hey, that was pretty cute and funny. Like, I think they thought we were being douchebags or whatever.
When in reality, it's just like...
It was just trying to be funny.
We were being funny. We were out here fighting for our lives.
Fighting for our lives. Hey, fighting for our lives. Okay, so we talked about a lot of people we had. I want to talk about fightings. Am I missing anybody right now real fast on the podcast that we've
People
had?
we've had on.
Oh, our cheerleaders, Ava and Michaela. We love those two. Shout out to St. Joe's. Finished third in national championships. I believe that who's the company that watches the Comcast box? What are those ratings, Terry? Oh God, I can't even remember. I thought he might know the numbers.
I mean, I don't know.
So I'm the only one in Delco that turned on ESPN during the cheerleaders who doesn't have.
I think Terry did too, because he was over there nodding his head like, yeah, they finished third. He knew.
Yeah.
He was watching.
Don't kid.
Terry, what were you watching for?
My sister went to that school, as did Caitlin.
So it was
False.
we're blaming it all.
I was accepted to University of the Sciences.
Wait a second.
I am a devil hawk. I am not a hawk.
Wait, are you a doctor? Are
Just
you?
ask Sean. Dr. Caitlin.
So let me jump around. You people, right here, right now, and Terry and Seamus in the room are the first to hear this. Dr. Caitlin, congratulations.
Thank
You are leaving LaRocca
I
as our general manager and going to be a doctor of occupational therapy starting May 12th
May 12th.
at what's Fairacre?
Fair Acres.
Green Acres when I was a kid. Green Acres, never mind. But no, so it's a really stupid show. Zsa Zsa Gabor. Caitlin, I am so proud of my favorite youngest daughter.
Get to go use.
She literally accepted a job today. Literally. Seamus, we knew, and we didn't want to say anything in front of Seamus. We were going to do it right here. I'm like, please go tell your mother. Like, I didn't want Terry and Seamus to be the first to find out, and people watching this won't find out till
I'm
next
gonna have
week.
to call my grandmother tomorrow morning.
Yes. or I butt dial her apparently on Thursday nights, which is so funny.
Well,
That's creepy and funny.
she's in bed. She's had a long day.
But
Is it
I am so
bittersweet?
proud
Is
of
it
you.
exciting? How are we feeling?
It's bittersweet. It's exciting. We went through this transition before when I went back to school the first time. And like I said to you earlier, it's going to be a lot of like when I went back to school the first time, learning to that like navigation. This first couple weeks are going to be rough because I don't know what my hours will be. But eventually I get to make my own hours. I get to kind of work how I want to work, do what I want to do. Not do what I want to do. I have to follow rules.
Hey, and
I have to
thinking
follow a lot
about-
more
You know
rules
how they
now.
tell you get to make your own hours? You know how we lie to our staff? We get to tell them that? Be careful.
Well, no, they told me. They said you can come in at 11, but you'll be here until 7 p.m. I said, oh, you know.
We say come in at 11 and you'll be here till 7 p.m. plus 4
And then
hours.
happy hour happens and you're just here.
Your happy hour
Yes,
is going to be every
Terry.
day.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for you. This all happened today as we speak. What is today, April 17th? I believe it is.
Yes.
So this literally happened. Seamus wasn't aware. Terry not aware. And I didn't know that I was going to bring it up for sure, but a father's containment for something that he's so proud of and something you've worked so hard for and could have taken other jobs. Like, I'm not going to do that. That's no one's business per se, but you've had other opportunities
I have.
and you've stayed to get to a better one, whether it's the right one ultimately. It never is, but it's the great first foot in the door. I think it's really good. I'm so excited for you.
Yes.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank
Sean
you.
would be here, doctor. Oh yeah, it'd be
Sean
that
would
whole
just be
silly nonsense.
Sean would just be happy that I could still be in Manayunk by 6 p.m. to give him a beer. Let's be very clear.
Yeah, but now Seamus and I have more reasons to go, Dr. Caitlin.
Dr.
Fireball.
Caitlin, give me a beer to do.
Speaking of something more important than your career,
Well,
let's
Terry's
talk about
over here.
Fireball.
Terry's over here concerned if I'm going to be on time for the podcast
I'm
from
not
now
even
on.
reading that.
Oh no, his first question. So podcast still?
Does he know that I wrote you off? You didn't tell him that yet?
I die next week.
Yeah, there's a whole storyline.
He comes out of the butcher's with a butcher's knife, except it's not covered in ketchup this time.
I feel that would be like a remake.
Don't they remake them all?
Watch this. We have Seamus on our podcast. Seamus,
Yes.
have you ever watched any of our podcasts? Tell the truth.
So I've seen clips,
Okay.
but I haven't
that's-
watched like a full one.
Me either.
That's a long hour sometimes.
Me either.
That's
dude.
a really
I
long
can't
hour.
say like for a podcast when people are just talking to each other. I
can
can't
put
say
it on in the
focus for an entire
background.
hour.
You know who I like? I listen to Joe Rogan, just because he gets some, and I hate to say it like that, conspiracy,
Yeah.
just alien, just whatever. And then there's a guy who does a lot of wrestling, Chris Van Fleet, really crisp speaker, does a really nice job, and I think he's branching out a little bit. I don't know if Ariel Hawani does podcast, and then there's one other person. I forget, but I've never watched one of ours.
There's only like a certain amount of podcasts that I can actually watch. Like Jake Shane, he's a big like.
I don't
like,
Charlie
he's
Kirk,
a
and not to be
TikToker.
political, anybody. That's who the other one is, because you get these people going up. I have a question. I'm blah blah blah, and he's just so factual, and it pisses people off.
Of course.
Yeah.
Literally the last podcast I've listened to was Jake Shane. He's like a TikToker.
Okay.
He was interviewing someone, and me and my roommate were talking about it. So I tried to listen to the entire thing. By the end of it, I was like, I could do that. You're talking to this famous person. Why am I not doing that?
And now look at you
Because-
here
Well,
on a podcast.
Because you guys are the most
So let me ask you,
famous
did
people
you
I've ever
think-
met.
We are
Did you honestly think we were lying
young
to you?
chunk famous.
Lying to
We're
me
so
about
not
what?
young chunk famous. I am barely junk famous.
I don't like that. I
not-
really don't like that. I don't like having to say I'm young junk famous. I really don't like you saying chunk famous. What the
Seamus is junk famous.
I don't want to be any
That's
kind
a
of drunk.
bizarre
famous.
No, you know who would be junk famous? And we're gonna have a going away party once again. Shout out to our boy Enrique. We miss
Jesus
you.
Christ.
We're gonna have a going away party. $3 drinks, but no ice. Just the drinks. We miss you, Enrique. He's in which ice detention is he?
Hurry, Ice Baby is awful. I can't.
Oh, you didn't think I really said shit like that?
No, it's
Yeah.
Terry writing Ice Ice Baby in the message.
What's he doing?
All right,
Ice
I
Ice
want to point
Baby?
out that I'm not his biggest fan. Not you, Terry. I'm not talking about you, Terry. I'm sorry. I'm talking about
Or
every
you,
guy.
Terry. He's really not
But
your
I
biggest
would
fan
never
either.
wish for anyone to be in a detention center as much as that fucker deserves it.
Youth,
Hold on.
adult, or
Wait, let's go
immigrant.
there. Let's talk about Main Street. Let's go around the horn.
Oh,
Do
God.
any of us want anybody? Oh, I'll go last.
Oh,
we'll
no.
save the best for last.
No, you know I'm not allowed to answer this question live.
I
on
wouldn't
air.
do that.
Why? Who do you want to hit with
I
your
went a
car?
little crazy.
Who do I want to hit with my car?
Yeah, if you had one person to man young, who you hitting with your car?
Oof. Can it be a domino effect?
Yeah,
Can I line 'em
100%.
up?
Okay, don't even hint. I know who yours is, and I know exactly why. You sent me a text. I can't believe, and I'll leave out the rest of that text. Do I have that person correct? Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, because we've all been mad.
I was that
We
night.
were hurt and mad.
Yeah, that night I was more hurt than anything, and it honestly wasn't at the person I would hit with my car. It was at someone who I wouldn't hit with my car. That's who I was mad at.
You know who I'd hit with my car?
The parking. people?
Enrique. Because Enrique would mean
Isn't
that
it
he's
bad
here.
enough he's in ICE detention?
That would mean that he's here. He'd be in the hospital.
I wouldn't
At
hit
least
him
he would
hard.
be here, not in
I
ICE
wouldn't hit
detention.
him hard.
You so
I would not
He'd be
mess up.
handcuffed to the
I
bed.
would be paying for the medical plane
Here's-
to take him
Here's
back.
the thing, though. He would be
See, sir.
handcuffed to the bed, and he might enjoy that.
Like that's the first time when he went to
Like,
be.
that's the first time.
Do you know when he went to be a pool boy last year in
Okay,
the
we're
Hamptons?
going to hell for this conversation. This needs to end.
Enrique, I can't even read that far.
Yes, I'm reading it.
You
Yes.
You know what? Here's
It is
the-
a lot like Disney on Ice. He would like to wear Cinderella's dress.
Hey, does anybody here all of a sudden?
Take
What's
that
this?
tea and suck it.
Oh, okay, now let's change the subject. How about do you two young people even know who the great music producer Barry Gordy is?
Yes. I'm raised
So
by
hang on. No, I'm going somewhere with this. He has a son with not that much talent.
Okay.
Had a massive #1 hit, and I'm feeling his hit right now. Anybody know what I'm talking about so far?
You're feeling his hit? Is that a subliminal clue?
Yes.
Feeling it.
I
You know who the guy
also
was.
feel somebody's Michael
Watching you?
Jackson.
Oh,
Who? What?
oh no.
What'd you say?
Somebody's watching you.
Yeah, that his name is Rockwell. His Barry Gordy is his father. And what the F is Cody Rhodes doing over my shoulder? And we're completely no-selling him.
Well,
It
you're about.
is.
You're
It
about.
is. No, how cool is this? This is so cool. It is at Tequila Mania. We're doing the vodka championship of LaRocca. And why is my phone going off? Stop that. And we're doing Wheatley vodka.
It's Cody Rhodes.
Again, stop this with this phone. I thought I had it off.
It's Cody Rhodes. He's calling you.
It's not. It's not.
He said
It's
hello.
just ridiculous. Wheatley vodka.
It's not even going off.
Hey, don't ruin my gimmick here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Come on, you got to learn how to sell the WWE.
That's my fault.
hey, Tito's vodka. The vodka for dog people. Handmade. We're making this fair. Tito's vodka. I know Wheatley pays for this, and I'm going to pay for this. I don't give a shit. This is a fair competition. At the LaRocca what are you laughing at? This is how I do.
It was you
I'm almost
dropping.
done. I'm almost done. The vodka championship of LaRocca. Tito's vodka. And this guy. Wheatley vodka.
Please stop manhandling Cody Rhodes.
We already discussed I think he sucks, but that's okay. So back to Shane.
It makes me uncomfortable. Like, why do you just gotta
Wait.
drop him on his head?
So I told Seamus about the other big match
Okay,
we're having.
Seamus, who would you like to drop on their head like he just dropped Cody Rhodes?
Our old bartender, what was his name?
I don't even.
Everyone hated him. Pretty boy. You all dated him.
Oh no, they're still friends.
Oh, I like him. He's fine.
They're besties.
I know.
I like him
I'm
too.
not gonna name drop him out of respect for his privacy.
They're
But who I'll
besties.
name drop? The people that have fucking work for you.
Okay, here we go. Kevin, which
Which
one?
one?
The one with the backwards hat and that I told to stop drinking because he was making a fool of himself.
Which one?
Army Kevin.
Army Kevin.
No,
I would push him down a set of stairs.
Oh,
And he did fall down a set of stairs by himself. Well, not by himself. He tumbled down them.
if you're trying to blame me for that.
not at LaRocca.
cameras-
Not at LaRocca.
I never. When the.
Well, I'm just
I
saying.
didn't even
He
mention-
tumbled down the Manion steps.
He tumbled down steps.
Now
And
Nick
that's all I
Boner's
said.
texting me. Punch.
Why are you talking?
Oh, do you want to hear about the night that Seamus and I made Nick Vona mad? When I had
Which
just
one?
met Seamus.
Which one?
I had just met Seamus.
Oh, great. This is the gay tea club.
I was home for 12 days.
I just made that up. That was
Oh,
really
my
good.
goodness.
This is Caitlin's story time. Both
My
of
bad.
you be quiet.
Go ahead, homie.
I had just spent 3 months in Memphis. It was the loneliest 3 months of my life, except for the, 4 days you came to visit me.
We don't remember 2.5 of those days.
Amen.
Isn't there like a sound that can go behind that? Like, wah, wah.
Yeah, Terry will get this. But I was home for 12 days.
You
And
would
on
know
my-
if there was a Sam because you don't watch the podcast.
Can you shut up?
I
Neither
can't.
do you, would you?
Shut up.
Are you
So,
trying to tell something?
For 12 days, I was home. On my 4th day home, it was penny night at LaRocca.
Hell.
And Seamus had to bartend.
Who did that?
Seamus had to bartend. And it was the first night I met Seamus. And at about 11 p.m., I said, all my friends are here. I'm clocking out. And I looked Seamus dead in the eye and I said, make me a margarita. That's how we know if you're going to work here. And he made me a margarita. And I looked him dead in the eye and said, this is the best margarita I've ever had here. And Nick Vona was standing right next to me.
Oh.
And that was the moment Nick Vona decided that Seamus had to leave LaRocca.
And that is the moment.
That was the moment it was Tequila Mania at LaRocca. The first
Wow.
time.
I still hold that over his head.
Do you know what Tequila Mania was last year at LaRocca?
No clue.
You didn't hear him? I announced for a while.
It was
I had a whole press conference. I wore a suit and everything.
God.
That we announced that The Rock and Kevin Hart were coming to LaRocca to have a debate.
Yes.
Yes.
You know how many people we pissed off?
Seamus, were you there that night, or was it just Girl Gang that came in that night for the debate
No.
and the
I pissed
tequila
off so many
tasting?
people.
It was Girl Gang.
Like, here
It was,
comes the debate.
oh, so it was Courtney and Mel and Haley that
We had
all came in.
Channel
to visit me.
17, Channel 10, going, hey, can we come? I'm like, I gotta tell you the truth. They're not coming. What is wrong with you?
And then we went to karaoke.
I'm using stand-up cardboard cutouts and AI, and
People
I thought it
are
was
dumb.
funny, but it got out of hand. Because people
People are a little
believed
gullible.
me. People believed me.
God forbid when you say something. Please, thank you. That's all I've wanted. God forbid when you say something is going to happen, people trust and believe that it's going to happen.
Okay, 5 years ago, they should have stopped trusting and believing.
And who?
It's been 5 years.
Well, then where's the hope in that?
It's been 5 years of Caitlyn saying, trust and believe in me, guys.
And look what happened. You got a job. We trusted and we
I got a job.
Dude,
I've had a job.
why
I haven't
why
been
do you have to
unemployed
work
this
at
whole time.
Wawa?
Not that
one
you
day a
didn't
week,
have a
though?
job. You didn't have a job that matched with your trajectory in life.
Yes, she did. She was the GM of LaRocca. Shut up.
Oh.
How you doing?
You know what? I quit.
God
No,
forbid I want
I'm
you to
so
be a
proud.
Okay, guys,
No,
I quit.
Hang on. A big shout out because Seamus used to be with us. Seamus went to Westchester University,
Yes, sir.
graduated, was working somewhere. The world happens, whatever. Was working at LaRocca for a while.
The
And
world
also-
happens.
The world happens.
Even more
Yeah,
bizarre.
but Seamus just a couple weeks ago, was it right around St. Patty's Day? I forget. I apologize if I because I
Has-
remember when
Yes,
you
it
started.
was like the week before.
I'm pretty good with
Thursday
that
of
shit.
St. Patty's.
I like that, and you got a new gig. What are you doing? Like
My company,
EA.
it's
awesome.
we work in conjuncture with the VA.
It's awesome.
We're helping veterans get appointments
Yeah, man.
with their providers, and honestly, it doesn't make me feel like a scumbag when I'm selling it. So
Right.
I'll take it. I'm going to run with
You're
it.
doing
Right.
a good thing in the world.
Well,
Exactly.
what were you
Doing a
doing
good
when you
thing.
got out of school? What was that job?
So when I was in school, I worked I was a sales manager for like a Hand and Stone, which is a spa,
Okay.
and
Oh,
then I
Selling
moved on.
subscriptions or
Oh,
memberships?
Yeah,
Yes.
selling memberships,
My-
and I was
My mother still has a full package to Hand and Stone. You know, the elite package, the one that cost me an entire paycheck from Elwyn that I got her almost 6 years ago for her birthday. Mother, go use the package, please.
or you can give it to me. I need a massage.
When she,
Babe, you get a facial, you get a massage, you'll get a
she
foot
has
massage,
never
you'll
said-
get.
So did you hear what she just said? Mother, go use. She's never used the words father, go, and the next word be used.
I
wasn't
say,
gift for you.
father.
The next
No.
word began with an F.
No,
and it's
normally,
my second favorite F word.
normally this.
Fireball.
Normally, the statement is, Father,
That's-
we are going to enter Philly sports team for ridiculous tickets here.
Plus,
And
you
Merry
seem like more like
Christmas.
the what's it called? The
Experiences.
Thai place down the street, like 30 minutes in and out.
I've never had a massage.
Stop
Like-
this before it gets weird, Seamus.
Do you know our
Stop
cook?
this conversation before it gets weird.
Oh, here's
There
a
will
weird
be
thing.
no talk about happily ever after.
Here's a weird thing, and I don't know if I have
You're
this
the one
right.
bringing it up now, so that's on you.
And Terry, you can put it up there, or you can listen. Do you know who Sham Cow
listening.
is?
like the thing that's all around me.
Yes,
Yes.
Terry, and I wasn't saying that.
No, because
Terry,
I'm
you
actually
know who
really
Sham Cow
annoyed.
is?
I'm
He
uncomfortable.
was in today and says to me, swear to God, hey, I've
Sham
seen your
Cow,
podcast on Young Junk.
Moo. No, it's
And I'm
cow.
like, oh, yes, Terry the Tagger.
Yeah, but it's not pow, it's cow, like moo.
Cow, Sham Cow.
Moo cow.
It's all, yeah, because it's all white and black.
I have something to say about that.
So wait. So
Go
he's in the
ahead.
place, don't hang on to that, my friend. And he was in today, and he says to me about the podcast, and I'm not going to go in this direction. But then I hear him going to the friend next to him and to the bartender, Rocksmore Rants and Raves, call the cops. And I go, bitch calls the cops every night. Because did you see my little
Your little rant, yes.
dude? And I made my point. I mean, I wouldn't out anybody, but apparently I did. Because I've had people reach out going, oh, hey, I'm a teacher with her. You know, her messing around with that. And we'll just go there. You know, people want to find us and send us Instagram message. I'll finish all that statement. Just, that's a teaser. Just, you're a teaser. You're the ultimate teaser.
Oh, Terry, you know her.
You really want me, don't you? Like, that's insane. Poor Kathy.
Oh my God. Never.
Anyway, let's talk about Sham Cow, because that I'm pissed about. He left a
I think
mattress
it was
in the
him
park.
today. He said it was him.
He
But
left
I
him,
was sober.
he left a mattress in Pretzel Park with his tag on it.
Maybe it was for the homeless dogs to sleep on.
I left the mattress.
Come on, homeless dogs.
Place
A cow. I'm sorry, you left a mattress with fucking toxic paint on it and said, "Let's let dogs sleep."
How
Eat
do you
shit.
know it's not
No.
non-toxic?
Every
I don't give a shit.
podcast, I always find
Don't leave a mattress in a public park where kids are.
Weird.
That is weird.
That was a little bizarre. You're leaving trash in a park. That's not just like you tagging something. That's you literally picking up trash, putting it in a public park, and then tagging it.
Talking
That was
about
too
leaving
much.
trash in the park. There's a restaurant I want to talk about right now. I'm just kidding you. Yeah, I would not do that. No. How about
God
how about
damn it, Terry.
so what do we got coming up? So this is going to air on the 24th. When this airs, Cody Rhodes will be standing back up. Whatever, Vodka Championship of LaRocca. We're also having this crazy 3-way dance, Philly hardcore wrestling match,
Never like hearing
Fireball
way out of your father's.
versus Jägermeister. Shut up. Versus Proper 12, 3-way dance. The funny thing is, people are going, are you serious? Loser leaves LaRocca. One of those 3 brands will not be at LaRocca after April 26th. And then Jägermeister to get their foot in the door today. Did you see the guitars that they
The
gave me?
guitars look nice.
Badass. Who's the other one? Proper 12. I think the episode comes out today of me and Conor McGregor. You watched the video of Chicky and Pete's where Pete had people clear out and said, you need to meet this guy. You see Conor come over, we give a hug. Then you see me and him, and we add in a bunch of other people, do a shot. Like, we've been hanging out for a little bit. We're not buddies, but,
Are you
we accept
seriously?
each other's
I'm going to throw you
Instagram.
on the spot here. Are you a fan of his whiskey?
So, 3-way dance. Loser leaves LaRocca.
I'm not saying no. I'm talking about personally.
Yes, of course I'm a fan of his whiskey.
I was just curious. Personally, I'm not. If I'm looking for a cheap whiskey, I'm not going with him. I'm not going with Jameson. I'm going with Tully.
Do you like Jägermeister at all?
Tully, the cheaper of them?
Yo, do you like Jägermeister?
Tully, Jameson, and
Yeah, but like
Proper are all
if you're
$20. That's a cheap whiskey.
No, Tully's more expensive than JMO.
It
Yes.
just got more expensive. You spelled my name wrong, Terry. Thank you. Seamus. There it is.
Seamus.
I'm just fucking with you. But
What
yeah,
was
it
it-
is.
What was I just asking you about one of the drinks?
Wait,
Jaeger, are you a Jaeger? Do you drink it?
I could drink Jaeger.
So here's my connection to Jaeger. People going, maybe he's going to get rid of Jaeger. They paid my band for 15 years. We would play a shithole bar and get paid $32.
they paid for half of this doctor's undergrad degree.
Thank you. So how am I getting rid of Jägermeister?
How are you getting rid of Fireball when
Thank
that's all you drink?
Jaeger.
So
I'm
this
not
is a
drinking
true
Jaeger
pro
bomb.
wrestling story. 3-way dance, loser leaves LaRocca. As we said, Tito's vodka, amazing handmade vodka. The only reason that they are in the championship, because they really
Vodka
give a
for
lot of
dogs.
money to dogs in need of rescue, things like that. They really are the vodka for dog people.
They really are.
They advertise as such and
They are
everything.
Balor's favorite toy at home.
Yeah,
That orange squeaky ball and that stupid squeaky bottle of vodka. Oh my God.
And this guy's shoes even suck. And I mean, I want to, they're paying for my stupid podcast,
Terry, did you go
which is
fishing?
really stupid. But how do I root for Wheatley? Although,
Okay.
guess what?
That.
Can I tell you something?
No,
We
they're ugly.
We have a possible
But they're
guest
Flyers
coming up.
colors.
Oh, that's
please.
Flyers. Well, the Jägermeister supports the Flyers. Hey, Flyers.
Tito's is flyer colors.
I wanted to. I stopped Seamus from talking about this earlier. Let's talk Phillies really
Phillies.
fast.
God.
I am so upset. As we speak today, April 17th, we won today, 6-4.
6-4.
But I think we gave up 11 runs
We
the
blew
last
a
couple games.
5-1 lead.
We today we did.
We blew the.
All these walks, we're not capitalizing. Seamus and he mentions Nola in the restaurant earlier. I got to tell you, I am not sold on this GM. I am way out on Bohm. I am
And fuck his roommate too.
way out on his roommate Marsh. I don't care if they're in love or if they're just buddies. They're not helping our team.
This has also been my dinner conversation for the past 3 nights.
Oh, how lucky
So,
for you. I
can
agree with that.
tap it.
Boom, I'm
God damn
honestly
it.
shocked that they did not get rid of him last postseason. There was no reason to keep
I like
him.
the other
I
one
love
where
you,
their hats are
Seamus.
together better, Terry.
Bohm is more dramatic than you.
No, other side.
Oh, 100%.
They're in love.
That's not good, brother.
He throws a hissy fit like no other.
So the other night, that's exactly what happened the other night. No one caught it. So ESPN bought it up.
No.
2 games
No.
ago. One of the runs that they gave up 11, I think he didn't like the pitch. So when you hit your helmet like that, that's the sign that you want the replay. And the ref's like looking at him, looking at Thompson, and he says to Bohm, "Stop that! They don't want to replay. Like you're just being a little, you know."
You heard today they came out and everyone was apparently complaining about the ump and the ref that night. Everyone was saying, "Oh,
You mean everyone Phillies?
everyone Phillies,
Okay. Well,
not Giants."
when you're
Just
very
Phillies.
average right now, which we are, and that's all we are, is average.
I think that you look at our lineup right now and you say, what's wrong with it?
Mhm.
Bohm is there.
Bohm.
Marsh is there. Castellanos. Honestly, he's having a good
Rojas.
start of the season. Rojas is a good defensive player. You can't get rid of him. for that.
Really? You know what? Yeah, because I'm glad he didn't catch that ball the other day because it would have bounced up and hit him in the nuts.
His first
Like,
day.
dude, all he had to do was put his arm out when Sosa was out in left field. You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right? So he's a good what? Yeah, no.
That-
I'll stand by a
That
defensive player.
you
He has
need
an
better
arm.
communication.
Jägermeister,
They could have been. So I don't think it comes
three-way
down to
dance.
play. I think it comes down to communication. Everyone needs to communicate better. They all need to communicate
They
better.
need
I don't know. And why are we
Especially when they're in
complaining
the
about the rest of
field.
them and not complaining about our entire bullpen?
Why is Tyrone Walker in the starting rotation? The manager has to go. That he started Bohm in the final game against the Mets last year. That's when I was done. Everyone goes, "Oh, we love Topper." What are you talking about? Like, what has this guy truly done?
But at the same time, he's gotten us further than we have been.
Really?
the
Maybe
last
we would have
10
progressed further without. And I'm not saying he has. Bohm playing in the final game last year mentally drained us, I feel, because the players are mad. They don't want his drama. We went to the game. We had a box.
Oh,
Remember the night that Bohm made 3 errors
Yeah.
and said, "I hate playing in this effing place"?
Yeah.
We were in a box, the whole LaRocca, and it was 4-0. And I kept telling everyone, "Look, we're eating and drinking for free. Don't leave until
Yeah.
the ninth inning because we have a lot of."
don't
and
leave
we
the food,
won-
don't leave the alcohol.
And we won 5-4.
Leave the team.
And then
back.
he was so awesome. He knew he screwed up, corrected himself, threw himself on the sword, and Philly would have loved him forever. Even if you weren't hitting or playing and feel great, whatever, just stop the shrugging of the shoulders.
The dramatics.
Stop the dramatics. That's what I feel.
It's a hard city to play any type of sport in. And I can see it, but at the same time, when you're playing like shit, you deserve to be treated like shit.
So if you're
You
playing like
deserve to be
shit,
called out on your shit, especially when you're throwing a hissy fit.
is the baseball field when you're playing like shit a place to air your personal life?
No.
Why did Bryce
Why is
Harper
Bryce Harper doing a
do
gender
that
reveal?
gender reveal?
Did it truthfully affect any
Did
part
you
of the
just say no? You little flip flopping.
So here's the thing: if
It's
he
a
had,
bat.
if
Oh,
he had used that
no
bat
place
to hit
for
a
it.
home
I gotta
run,
tell you, no, yeah,
it is
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah,
It's
but
no,
just like-
I know.
It's
I
not
would have
like
been
he's hitting
for
a
it,
home run with every bat that
but
he
No.
you suck.
Also, he needs
What's
to
the
stop trying to hit it. Like I
Like,
get
you're
that.
He's hit 2 home runs since then.
Why are you blaming the bat and not the way that he's?
I'm not blaming the bat. I'm not blaming the bat.
So who the
I'm
hell cares if
blaming
he's choosing to blame
that
that?
Yes,
it was not
unless-
the place.
unless you're the
It's not
like
the place.
quintessential professional, unless you were the ultimate baseball player, leave your personal life and your personal life and your
He's not the leader of the clubhouse.
diamond.
That's Schwarber. Schwarber's the leader inside that clubhouse.
Just
That's
like
not Harper.
Castellanos,
follows.
when his son was there and his
JT,
son was getting
Schwarber,
all that
Liam.
attention, Castellanos was the ultimate baseball player. His son could have that attention because Castellanos
Yeah,
was out there doing his damn
doing
thing.
the right damn thing. Yeah.
So like you can
What
give
are
his
you?
son.
No, you're talking about the end of the season last year when he was the only one playing. The beginning of the season when his son was still doing that bullshit.
Well, no, It
He was
wasn't.
st-
It wasn't the beginning of last season.
But now
it was
we're
the
calling
end
him
of the season before.
But we're calling him the ultimate
It was
baseball
no,
player.
It
Is
was the end
bizarre.
of the season before when his son first started getting like the pickup. So that was fine because Castellanos was doing his thing. Beginning of the season, Castellanos came in like crap. End of season, he played well. But when his son first started getting the attention for being that kid, he was doing the damn
Here we
thing.
go.
But he's still
Here we
drawing
go.
attention to it. He's still
Let-
going up and fist bumping. And what's the difference between that and Harper swinging up?
Let's
Oh, no.
let's see. Let's
just
help Terry and Young Junk.
Who the fuck cares?
I
He's a
do.
Mormon.
I
He doesn't
do.
have much.
It's kid
Who
number
thinks
50.
That Bryce Harper, who I love,
I'm sure his wife feels
using a blue bat that he got from Trey Turner, UPS to him that day
Girl.
at work as a gender reveal. When your team, at that point, I think we were 2 games over 500, is the proper thing. Let us know. Follow the comments on Facebook. Let us know. I don't think it is.
I think a bat is a bat, and you can't blame the bat when the baseball player is swinging. At
I don't know if
literally
that
anything.
bat-
The baseball player swinging, unless he's got the utmost
You know what?
confidence, should leave that little blue bat away.
Maybe someone should have loaded that bat with Super Balls and maybe no one would
Sammy
be
Sosa.
complaining.
Sammy Sosa, man, I was with your grandfather.
You're welcome. I
You
am
were
your
with your
daughter.
grandmother today. Shout out to Mo,
God
who
damn
you
it.
threw under the bus a week or 2 ago.
And I had
so
to
funny.
hear about it today. I had
They're
to
all
hear about
teachers.
it.
It's the funniest
She's
thing.
like, when was I drunk?
Dude, she's
I rem-
89. She's not going to remember telling you about it.
88.
so.
She's 88.
Hey,
she's
let's
not
just pause
89.
for that loud little tricycle that went outside. I don't know if you guys could hear that. These condenser mics, that
Don't
was.
call her out of her age.
God, I hate that.
88 years young.
But anyway,
Can I ask one question?
sure.
This is going back to Man Young related things.
Yes. Street Fest. I
The
know
next,
what you're gonna ask.
well, of course. Are we
Well,
like?
no,
I
There's,
mean,
a,
street.
there's a
we're not
couple
saying
of
it.
weekends coming up.
Street from.
There's a couple weekends coming up. So like,
It's between Street Fest and then we have Cinco de Mayo right
So,
now.
like-
So you guys have busy weeks coming up. Are we excited?
oh, okay. So let me put you on the spot
May
on
3rd.
air. Let me start with putting Seamus on the spot on air on camera. I want your true reaction. I need someone to work on the 27th. I don't know why that's an important day in Mania.
It's the day after our 420
It's
party.
the day after our 420 party. But I need one more person to work. You gonna work for me?
Manny Unks.
Are you
Manny
gonna wear a
Unks also.
taco costume?
Fuck no. You're insane.
No,
Oh no,
you better put
thought
on
you were-
that goddamn
you thought you were gonna get me in
taco.
some kind of gotcha moment.
I'm
It's
just
insane
gonna
because I'm
drink.
not putting a taco on.
What if there's an incentive? Will you put a taco costume on?
It
My
depends on what the
grandfather
incentive
taught me
is. Let's negotiate.
Argue and-
Oh, let's negotiate. Let's play. Is the price? The price is right.
What am I selling? First,
Where
of all,
are
let's
we with
let's
the taco costume?
What are we selling? What is he selling? If I hire him for
For what day?
April 27th, we're gonna have a lot of overflow from April 26th, which is your
What's
420
the
event.
27th? Oh, the 27th. Duh.
Sunday.
April 27th, Sunday.
So we're gonna have a lot of overflow from your 420 event, which, if I'm not mistaken, we're selling a lot of,
420 pyre
but like
stuff. High noon.
high noon. So we're gonna have a lot of overflow of high noon.
That's kind of 420.
So like,
So you want me
Seamus, you'll be
wearing a-
selling high noon.
So you want me wearing a taco while I'm handing
Yo.
out high noons? Is a little.
So other
insane.
people are gonna on that Sunday.
What do you want to wear?
Hey,
A blunt?
hey, Bust. Do you know what other?
prefer to be
So I need to
smoking
tell you something big, probably going on that Sunday. I probably wasn't going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it because it's Sunday. It's April 27th, so I don't think I can avoid it any further. Odds are the Phillies are playing, and we're going to have the games on.
You're selling baseball tickets?
No, we're going to have the games on TV. $4 Lone Stars on April 27th. I mean, hopefully we'll draw people. I don't know. But we normally have oh my God. Do you know, it's ironic. On this day every year, we used to have bands in the middle of Main Street. And we would, because I think that they shut, whatever they do, they shut down the street and you don't want to come here because it's just too
For
busy.
whatever reason, you can't park.
If you're a LaRocca fan, you want to come. Other than that, you don't want to come to Manayunk that day.
You'll make your money, honey.
Oh, you'll make your money, honey. Yeah. Oh, you'll
Make
be
that
great.
money, honey.
And then we have so what? We have the day before, which is our biggest day of the year
Uh-huh.
so far, April
And then
26th.
The
We
next,
have like 7 live bands.
yeah,
Brickweed, my friend Dan Trainer. Brickweed, they're so funny. They're so cool.
This
We have
fun intro for
the
the girl.
Condor Band.
For the girl who's about to go have her doctor job, please let's talk about 420 and weed and getting high.
Drug test.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
Do you have to?
Absolutely.
Do you
You
want
haven't
my
done it yet.
pee?
I haven't accepted a job yet.
Wait, you
I
don't
do
want
that
my
tomorrow.
pee? Yeah.
Sign on the dotted
They'll
line.
be like, oh my God, she's
Look at
got,
that.
oh, look at Eeyore.
Oh my God, that's my baby Eeyore.
Where did that come from?
That's LaRocca.
What does this have to do? Is Terry drunk?
No, Terry said that's the best image of Caitlyn holding a dog that she rescued off the streets of West Philly. Actually, Terry, I borderline committed a felony to get that dog because I broke into someone's yard.
I don't borderline anything in that first.
I broke into a
Is that
yard.
borderline, or is that
But
just
he
a
didn't.
felony?
He didn't belong. He didn't belong to those people. He had just jumped into the yard.
Doesn't he live with the Sixers chef now?
Former head chef of the Sixers. He had jumped into the yard. They were going to leave him in there to starve to death. And so I may have just popped a lock real quick. Look at that hunky little man.
He's a good
Oh my
Eeyore.
God. And we had to,
Shout out to Kylie as well.
yeah, Kylie babysat him for
Yeah, man.
one night while I went to work. And then
Absolutely.
we got him into foster, and the foster
Kylie
lied to
does.
us. F that foster. She lied to me. He was terrified of cigarette smoke and men. Apparently, she had a male roommate who smoked. Yep, great
I
combo.
don't know how we got to this, but let me tell you something. He looks more capable than Alec Boehm. I would have him at third base.
He's hunkier, at
He
least.
could, dude.
He's a hunkier man than Alec Boehm.
He's a good-looking dude.
Nah, Eeyore pulls more bitches.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Actually,
Is
he
there
has a
something
lesbian
going on
mom.
between Boehm and Marsh?
It's the hair.
Is that all on it? You know, they're like.
It's like the long hair, like disgusting people meet.
But I saw an interview. They only own one towel and they share it.
No, I mean, like, it's like
It's kinda
weird
creepy to
stuff
me.
like that. Like,
I made that up.
Totally over his head with the same that just occurred. Jesus Christ.
they're young, they need to look presentable, and that is not it.
Why does it just have to look so greasy? Like, why do you have to put so much
Well, like
gel
for
in
Marsh, it was like one thing. It was like for his father. Boehm, that's for nothing. He's just a dirt ball.
He just
You
looks
remember
like a
Jason
grease
Moore?
ball.
He looks like a fucking bum.
Are you?
But no.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know. Good. You know, had the same kind of look
Yeah.
towards the end of his career, or
Yeah,
at least with.
But my issue with the long hair in baseball, and honestly in the WWE, is they put so much water and gel in it so you can never tell when it's sweat or just grease.
Yeah.
And that just freaks me out. Like, look sweaty when
Whose
you're
hair
gonna
do you
look
like
sweaty.
the most? Hey, whose hair do you like the most in WWE? I have two, and we are on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
Okay,
I am the straightest guy at this table.
so here's what I'll say. If we want to talk about long hair in WWE, yes, Terry, that is an answer.
AJ Styles has a great hair.
But-
He's got Roman.
Yeah.
I'm Seth Rollins. I like Seth's.
So
on.
I'm gonna go old school and
Yeah.
rest his soul. But there was a wrestler with long hair who never put the water in it, never greased it, because it looked better when it was a little freaky.
Who?
Bray Wyatt.
Oh.
He never greased it. If it got messy, it got messy, and that was just part of his gimmick. And that's what I like. It's natural hair. It's not for the camera. It's not that chunky, greasy. Yes,
I knew
he
his
had
father.
the dreads for a
Never
while.
met him, and you knew I loved.
And you
that
know how
character.
much I
You know
hated
who Bray
his
Wyatt
entrance.
is.
I know his
he was
face.
the Fiend.
Harry,
He would
show
wear
me
a mask,
the bunny people
and
masks
he would write all of his stuff.
and the
which in
lightning
wrestling
bugs.
is kind of cool when you're trying to be a little bit of a horror character.
That mask.
I know his
Oh,
face.
the Wyatt family, man. Wait,
But-
watch this. How about 2 of the 3 of those guys are dead as we speak?
Who in that picture is
Oh, wait, as we speak, one just came back. No, I'm just kidding.
No, who?
No, 2.
Oh my God.
John,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't know his last. I've
Yeah.
never met any of the 3 of them. Again, I know Bray's father and his uncle.
But he had-
John went to AEW. John, I can't believe. I'm sorry, I forget his name. And then the guy in the lamb mask, the red hair, he's back in WWE, but he's not working per se.
But I think it
um,
was just that, like, he let the beard go into the hair, and if the hair went into the beard and the beard went into the hair, it was more natural.
Dude, he had such a great
And- but you also do have to
though.
say, like, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, their hair is
Hey, so again,
Bryan Danielson.
here I
Daniel
go.
Bryan.
So
His hair was okay for a
his hair
while.
goes really fast. He shaves his head so often and then it grows back. I love Seth when it's pulled up with the blonde up top right
Yeah.
now, when he's the visionary.
It's the bun,
by
the
the
man
way,
bun.
this is going to air after WrestleMania. I'll make a prediction. He leaves with Paul Heyman. I know that's a crazy prediction because Paul Heyman is with Roman Reigns, but Paul Heyman owns CM Punk a favor. So he's coming to the ring with CM Punk.
The Miz. The Miz,
Miz is so awesome from the real world.
Awesome.
No, he was
You
we
used the word
hated
awesome
him.
so unironically there, but
He
was
was
just
so horrible, and he never gets hurt, and he's a great guy. And he shows up to every gig.
he was just normal.
Mike Mizanin. Yeah, but when I was watching him on TV,
Reality TV.
You hated him. He's got a beautiful family.
He's got his wife and his girls.
Cleveland, and now they're out in Hollywood, and I think he did like 7 Marine movies for Vince.
Oh yeah.
How much of a wrestling fan are you, if any?
I'm not at all, but
Gotcha.
I know a lot of the faces. My brother was big into it when he was younger.
Okay,
Not so much anymore, but I think that like it comes around. I think it like you might lose it every once in a while and it's gonna come back. Like I'm not gonna be shocked if my brother like comes back into it.
So when I was,
It has waves.
I got out of the Army, and there was a massive, and Vince is out of the WWE now. There was a massive ring boy scandal where they were taking advantage of some people underage, close to it, but like still just creepy shit. And then after one of the greatest minds ever, named Pat Patterson, came out of the closet as like the gayest guy in wrestling, everyone said, "Oh, it's okay." You know what I mean? Because you're in there in the ring with a guy oiled up in baby oil, and he's got a G-string on a little bit bigger.
The gayest thing about wrestling,
But it's
Well,
not.
but I
It's athletic.
is it?
It's a story. If
It
you know,
is so athletic, and that's the thing that like
I'm not saying it's not athletic.
you
I
almost
mean
have to
more
be
along the
born
lines
to
of that it's
understand.
not gay. Like this is Broadway for straight men.
thank you. I used to call
Oh, I like that
it.
analogy.
No,
It's
it was-
Broadway
it's
for
a-
straight men.
as a child, I used to call it a physical soap opera. Well, before the
Oh my
internet
God,
and
there's
all
so
this.
much drama.
Well, well, I can't even see what he's got.
Inherently gay.
Me. Is he showing my picture with that again?
Well, it's
Wrestling
It
came
was
out
a
of the
fake
Greeks, and it
Facebook.
was
He
gay
still
at
showed
the
that
time, and
Facebook
they
with
all
me.
were gay.
so here's what else. Can I just say, like, I think wrestling goes through such waves in the time, and I think it comes out of a scandal here,
Man.
this there. In my lifetime, there's been a couple big wrestling scandals, and I won't say names, but there was one when I was in elementary school, and I think wrestling fell off for a little bit back then.
What was the actual scandal? What are you talking about? Just
It was a brain CTE.
my
were
friend,
yes.
my friend was murdered.
Yes, your
Yeah.
friend was murdered, and
Yeah,
I think
he murdered Chris Benoit.
Chris
We're allowed to
Benoit.
say this.
But
We're not the
Chris Benoit.
Oh shit!
Yes, exactly. Which is
I
why
just
my
forgot
friend
we actually are.
W-
But Chris Benoit murdered
Benoit
my
murdered
friend and his child.
his child, and so I think at that
His
point
wife.
WWE becomes villainized because was it the culture, was it this, was it that, and even CTE can't be diagnosed until an autopsy happens, and it happened, and it was there, but then the scandal dies and it comes back, and then there's another scandal, whether it's this or it's that, then it dies and it comes back, and so
Let me pivot on the CTE, which is a great thing, doctor. There was a guy played for the San Diego Chargers.
autopsy.
One of the greatest football players ever, Junior Seau. Do you know that name? You were young. I just heard Terry say. So here's what happened. He originally tried to kill himself by driving off a cliff because he knew he had issues. Then he did successfully, I guess I should be saying, unalive himself by shooting himself in the heart because he wanted them to study his brain.
He didn't.
He
want to
knew that there
destroy
was
his
something
brain.
wrong with him. Like he knew. He
Yeah.
had that, I guess, those moments of clarity.
And I think we see it more in football because it's the real sport.
Bro,
And you think about more modern times. You think about Aaron Hernandez. He was a criminal, and he did really bad things in his life.
we only
but
know
he
for sure
had-
of 3 people that he murdered.
Brain damage.
There's possible more.
And that's the thing. You don't need to know about 3. You need to know about 1 to know he was a criminal. So
Odin.
he was a criminal.
The one that he got caught in Odin when he got caught,
Yeah.
and he married, and
He He did
unalived
a
2 guys
lot of
in Boston and
bad shit, but then you study his brain after the
CTE?
fact. CTE.
It was CTE. Well, you don't know.
Well,
You don't. You
don't-
can't blame.
you
That's like
can't blame
Seamus
the
saying,
CTE, but
I'm
you know it's
buzzed
there.
and I went out and I shot.
Oh no, I
That's
don't.
not the same thing whatsoever.
I don't think the thing is you. I
You
don't.
can't
Oh.
control that.
Can't
I don't-
control what?
When you have CTE,
CTE.
you can't control
Well,
it.
let's also
Correct.
be. Let's
That's
also
Me getting
remember-
drunk, I
That's the
can control.
difference.
Yes, I do.
Let's
Right. You
also
can be
remember-
blackout drunk, but you're going to come back from that.
Let's also remember there was crimes he committed before he was a professional football player, and so you have to take that because what he's being dated back to and traced back to were potentially before he was professional football. And I mean, you really do have to worry about these little kids in these little league football teams now where, they're allowed to tackle. They're allowed to go helmet to helmet. That's
Pee-wee
scary.
football is
I know, but you it comes down to a point that you can only pad for so long.
You can only pad for so much and you can only do so much. But at what point does someone go I've had enough concussions. I don't need to be on this field anymore.
That's on them to figure it out on them.
Bruh,
It's like
I-
you're
We're
adults.
saying-
I had 3 in a weekend and I was like, do you remember that weekend?
No, because I might have had 3 or 4.
It was Easter weekend 3 years ago.
Did you piss me off?
No,
No, that
I
wasn't the one.
literally I woke up one morning.
Fucked her up one day.
I worked a double on Friday. Well, no, I had class and then I went to work.
That's what you think you remember.
No, Friday I had class and I went to work. I came home, went to bed, had a double on Saturday. I wake up and I had these old school antique, really heavy duty wood chairs that you would find in your grandmother's kitchen. Mo actually had them in her kitchen at one point, probably. And I bent down to pick something up off the floor and I got lightheaded and I smacked my head off the chair. And I came out to the car. You were in the car and I already had an egg forming, had barely smacked my head off the chair. And I have an egg out to here. I go to work for 17 hours. There's lights, there's music, there's sound. And I'm like, I'm going to vomit. The life sucks right now.
Shut up and make a margarita.
Sunday, go to Easter dinner.
Take an ibuprofen. You're fine.
She
Yeah.
whines so
Sunday,
much.
go to Easter dinner. Fall, walking back into my apartment, tripping, smack my head off the stairs.
Hey, doctor, set the example, stupid.
Monday morning, go to class, come home from class. Apparently, I came home from class and changed my clothes, and I woke up on the kitchen floor. It smacked my head off the floor again.
You're like those babies that need helmets.
But yeah, no, they need them to shape their head, babe.
Yeah, but you could use them for
But,
other reasons.
My dog
smacked
says,
my
I
head.
have a cone. Put it on her.
I smacked my head 3 times in the span of 3 days, and I'm like, there are black spots in my memory. The world is spinning. I have bruises everywhere.
What
and-
Caitlin is setting up is that she is about to murder someone and she is going to claim
No,
CTE
it's
when
just-
she gets
It's
pulled
just,
into
I'm
court.
in the
He's
emergency
going to murder
room.
somebody. Let's talk about where we know Seamus from originally. And LaRocca
It's
or
prison.
Ryan's Pub. We love Ryan's Pub. We're yeah.
We do love
She goes,
Shout out to
you-
EJ.
shout out to
I love
EJ
EJ.
Mitch. We love you.
Chris,
She goes,
Pub is the bar.
she goes, if you mention you're going to trigger Seamus
what was that one Sunday you spent all day with me? And you were supposed to have gone to Ryan's, and I said, here's another Coors Light.
Yes. Look, Ryan's
Sounds like
Pub
you
is the
cheated
first
and
bar I
come
ever
back
went
on
to
straight.
in Manayunk. Ryan's Pub.
That's
I
It's
know.
creepy.
a block from my house. It's how I met all my friends. Of course, I'm going to
That's
go
not how
there.
you met me. You met me at LaRocca.
Yeah, but I met you through a friend that I made at Ryan's.
No, you met me through your employment at LaRocca.
The only reason I worked at LaRocca is because
You met
of
me
Nick.
through LaRocca.
Yeah, okay.
Next.
Yeah. Sorry.
We
my
don't
fault.
give Ryan's credit for that.
Anyway,
I love Ryan's.
I like
love the
LaRocca. I
crust.
like Ryan's. I like
know.
them the same.
Shout
I
out
like-
Jay. Shout out Jay. Shout out.
There's
Chris.
no places I don't like on the
Mitch.
street. And as we film this Thursday night, and I'm just not doing it, I would
And something.
kill for a Long Island chili dog and tater tots from Lucky's.
You know what
Maybe-
I would kill for?
Yo, we're going back to LaRocca for ladies' night.
Oh, Lucky's.
I might get a DoorDash. What?
Lucky's
Okay.
had a crab ragoon burger last month. It was the best burger I've had
Wait, this.
But man,
ever.
Seamus,
Wait.
tell us.
Can I tell a Lucky story right now? And Terry will appreciate this. We had a really bad ladies' night at LaRocca a few weeks ago, and I looked at the bartenders and I said, "Everyone, clean this building as fast as humanly possible because we're getting to Lucky's before last call." And I walk into Lucky's at last call, and it is God bless me. God was on my side in that moment. It was Derek bartending. And he took one look at me and he goes, "Whew, you had a bad night." I
Penn
said,
State.
"Whew, I want a Jack and Diet double here, now, and whatever they want. And I want a shot." And he said,
We are.
"Okay."
His baby's like a 5
How old
by
is
now.
Max? 6 months?
Oh,
5
there's our press conference
How?
announcing Tequila Mania. That's
Squirrel,
Derek in the
Harry.
taco
The
concert.
squirrel moment.
Dude, he is my squirrel friend.
Who's even in?
That's our press conference. Who's in the suit? That's me.
No, and
bunch of hired
Steven, I can see it.
Bunch of hired
You hired actors, or are they your bartenders? Because
No,
No.
none of them work there. I don't know any of
Do you
those
think-
people.
you didn't know any of those people. You hired actors for
Nope.
that.
Yeah,
Why didn't you just get your servers to stand behind you?
Because it was like 8
It would have been a
a.m.
lot cheaper.
it was
8
really
a.m. on a
early.
Saturday.
You-
Do you think I was happy? to
How
be
much
there?
you paid them?
None of
I
your
would have.
business.
Yeah, you should have just paid one of your servers to come.
Would
think
you
that-
have done it?
No, I
Yeah,
think I gave
for-
like
it
a
depends on
gram
how
of
much-
weed each,
Oh, never mind. Fuck off.
except the one on the right. I think it was 2 grams. I think.
So that
Yeah,
taco
the
on
dude on the
4
right.
420.
He
And you
was-
think I'm gonna look like that on the street where people can see me?
No, you're
You're
gonna wear the-
bizarre.
No, you'll be
you're gonna wear the
much
sexy taco
sexier.
dress. You're gonna have your legs
See?
out.
Yeah, you'll be in shorts. It'll be really creepy.
Like
Stop
now.
trying to sexualize me. First of all,
Sun's
Second
out,
of all,
buns out.
I will wear what I will like, and I will hawk your beer to make you money. I don't know what more you want from me.
No, you're gonna Hawk High Noon.
Yes.
Why is he showing me my horrible Instagram? Next thing he's going to show me in
Oh,
weed.
That was whatever 427 was last year with the watermelon. Whatever the date was. No, that's 420.
Pulled that right up, didn't he?
Oh, that's what he was looking for.
How you doing? So, once
Oh my
again,
God. It's the before.
dude, I love that we have all the bands. Well, this year, Brickweed,
Oh, wow.
Condor Band.
Are we gonna get the cop?
I think that's the
Yeah.
Condor Band right there. No, that's Spudnik. Yeah, we got those buckets today.
I
By noon. Yeah, Yulia brought them in.
Oh, okay. So on 419 last year,
I remember
spent-
being in there for that.
Oh my God, I spent
Having to fill up the
5
buckets.
I spent
Yeah.
5 hours putting those buckets together because the OCD is so strong that every t-shirt had to be rolled a specific way. Every visor had to look a specific way. Every keychain, every pair of sunglasses. And Seamus is literally sitting there looking at buckets I put together going, "Oh, what's this?" And I'm like, I swear to God.
Because I wanted it.
But this year,
And he literally took apart 5 different
bunch of
baskets.
ladders, yeah.
He took apart like 7 different baskets to get the combination of t-shirts, sunglasses, and keychains he wanted. And I was just sitting there. I'm like,
And God forbid I wanted to be happy.
You are
"Oh,
hard to
I wanna
please.
sleep."
You have that aura about you, like
Oh.
little red-headed, freckle-faced kid from the
Oh,
Northeast.
he's got expensive taste.
My
He's
ginger
got
friend.
expensive taste. It's a little hard to please. You got to work for it.
Thank you.
Well,
You should.
he works for it, and we're gonna go to work. As we film this, we are running back to LaRocca. And Seamus, what are you doing,
I am bartending ladies' night.
dude?
For the second time.
Yeah,
second
but the
time.
last time somebody had to come in and help, and I was no help. Either was Mecca.
Who
Um,
came in and
Becca.
helped?
Him and
I
Becca.
screamed at you.
Get out of the road.
I said, "Get the fuck away from! Why are you behind my bar?"
I tried to stay.
I
on the
pulled
bar.
that it's my bar. Get the fuck away from me! As you try to
As
throw
every bartender
Coors
who's ever
Lights
worked at LaRocca
out of the
has-
third
So I
floor.
pulled in my side piece,
Every
and it was 2
bartender
against
at
1.
LaRocca has ever been taught when you are behind a bar, that is your bar. You tell someone, "Get the fuck away from my bar,"
And
Well,
I
Steven
am
left
down
because
with
he
that,
missed
except
me,
for one
so-
person.
and then kissed you on the cheek very sloppily.
He goes, "Huh, this is why I missed you around." And then
Th-
kissed me, turned around and started pouring fucking well shots.
I
like
did?
15 of them. Yes. Well vodka, and you were handing them out.
"No, he wasn't."
No, it wasn't.
Oh, never mind. He was being
was
they were
running a
getting
tab.
charged $10 a piece for them.
Who let Seamus on this? Thank you so much.
No, that's a time. Get that off. Are
You're
you
so awesome. Oh, cut him off. Just, oh. Yeah, that's how we're ending it.
I need that to be the intro picture, please.
I swear to
This
God.
is the highlight of my life.
When you want to witness me hang
We just
myself,
set
we'll be in this building
the
next
record
Thursday.
Straight.
Oh, so it will be you haunting.
See you
the
next
haunt
week.
Downstairs.
Get that off the screen.
Gamus.
Yes. I was just visually
I am
assaulted
not the
by my
first one
own
that ever
face,
said
and then
that.
I was just called a slur.
Yo, I dare you. I am not the first one that's ever said that.
No, that's a first.
No, you're
Gamus?
lying to
I'm not
me.
even joking. Gamus? Yes.
What is wrong with people?
People have been missing out on a
That's
great
been on the tip of my
opportunity.
tongue for 3 years.
Oh my God. Get it off the screen, Terry.
You just shot a fireball?
Yes. Fuck your
Oh,
phone.
we didn't even have a chance to. Oh my God.
Just pour one for
Dude.
you, Tim.
Still Rollins.
Oh my God. Do you know? So
Wait, let Seamus tell you about Slapper Ginger Day at the school where he grew up. Every Wednesday was Slapper Ginger Day.
So I thought it was.
So Gamus
Oh,
would get
no.
slapped every week.
Oh no.
All right. Calling me Gamus is not winning you either of you any favors.
So it's really
At
me
this
some
point,
favors.
You still
no.
need me for tonight. Let's not forget that.
Babe,
Go ahead, work it.
hook, line, and sinker. I still got
Work,
you. Remember
work
that
it,
number
girl.
I showed you about
Don't
Street Fest last
that.
year?
I look good in that. I'll take that.
Is that you in the dress?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
Fuck you.
Jesus
I
Christ.
can't see.
I'm about to chug Fireball out of a bottle.
Terry, all you want to do is follow
let's
me.
end with
Yeah,
this.
I thought so. Look at
Another-
that.
One more match.
And when you get denied for
I
that
think we
fucking
already
bullshit,
ended. But guess what? Fireball. No one in Philly knows this. I'm
This has to be
breaking
a
news.
short.
I am breaking news.
You look like a pedophile.
it was an old picture. I haven't used
Is that
LinkedIn in
an
a
island
long
boy in
time.
jail. The third picture
That's
in.
the third one of you right there.
Terry,
He's the pedophile.
Terry,
I'm an island boy.
you forget that I now know the passcode to get into this building.
Oh, he's going.
Oh, no, we change it every week.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's why I have it in a
Seamus,
text
cheers.
from like
Thank you
7
so
weeks
much for
ago.
coming in.
Thank you for having
Dr.
me.
Caitlin, congratulations. My favorite youngest
I'm sorry.
daughter.
Thank you, Steven.
I
Thank
love you.
Caitlin, for having me. Fuck you, Terry.
Peace.
Young John!